Hello, everybody. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to attempt to create a rotor blade. And while I do it, I'm just going to kind of talk my way through it. So hopefully we can pull this off. So the first thing that I want to do is to obviously we're going to go start a new part file. I'm going to go to metric. I'm going to use the standard template. Create it. Wait for it to open. Maybe grab a Snickers while we wait. Da, 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 da. You can do it. Come on, baby. You can do it. My computer is really slow. I really want to get a new one, but the one I want is like 4K. I don't know if I'm ready to, drop that kind of cheddar. Anyway, we're going to click out of that. Come on. Come on, come on. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh man, this thing is super slow. Okay, so we're going to start a 2D sketch on this XY plane. I'm going to create like a section view of it, I guess is the best way to describe it. So if I'm looking at the end of the blade, so maybe start here, we're going to create an arc, swing it around. I want to dimension this thing. I don't even know what size I made it, but I really want that to be about 16. I was kind of close. 16 millimeters. I want the dimension from here to here. Should that be 24? Or should I make it to the, I don't know. We'll try this. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I want to move this whole thing down. I want to move this whole thing down. Kind of like there maybe. And then I want this to be from here to here. I want that to be lined up. So I want it to be 0. And then let's just try this. I want this to be equal on both sides, right? So I'm going to move this out the way. I'm going to click this one. I'm going to go divide by 2, because that's going to take whatever this dimension is divided by 2. And it made it 8. So we're good there. Okay, I think what I want to do now is I want to offset this arc down 0.5. And then I'm going to draw a line to close the end off. So green dot, green dot. I'm looking for the green dot. Oh, got a yellow dot. Let me cancel out of that. Because I really want to make sure it's a green dot. And a green dot. There we go. Now, okay. So then I'm going to finish this sketch. I want to make this X, or the Z axis, my bad. The Z axis visible. Okay, take a breath. I don't know why. Okay, so let's see if this works. So I'm going to hit the coil. And what I'm going to do is extrude this blade and give it a little twist action. And of course, I want that to be my profile. The axis I want to be this Z-axis here. I'm going to go to coil size. I want to go to pitch and height. So the pitch, I want that to be, I don't know, about 2,000. Something really super big. And then the height, 70 millimeters, I think. Taper, I'm going to leave that at 0. And then just hit OK. And then what it did was, like I said, it extruded it and it gave it a little bit of twisty action. So So that's what we want. Ooh, what I want to do is get this thing flat like that. I'm going to set this as my home. So set current view as home. All right. And then this is going to be the front. Yes. Hit home again. So it should go to that view. Okay. So that's kind of like step one, is creating your material for your blade. Now what I want to do is I'm going to bring in the shape of my blade as an image file that I've found on the internet, and I'm going to use that to trace over it and cut it out. So what I want to do is I want to turn on this XZ plane, because that's what I'm going to use to start my sketch on here. Right, so now I want to bring in my image, Photoshop image. I got some of these. I think I moved my image. I did. I want to go to pictures. I want to go to pictures. Where are you at? Pictures, 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 here. It's this one. Okay. So it's going to come in straight up. I need to rotate this thing. So place it. I'm going to rotate it. I want to select what I want to rotate, which is obviously that. The center point doesn't really matter. Just going to go 90 degrees. Hit done. Now I can move this thing. And obviously it's way too big. I just want to get the, one side of the blade on my material there. So I'm just going to drag this down a little bit. Let's see. This is just kind of playing around with it. Okay, I think maybe, yeah. Maybe that'll work. And then move it down. Move it down. So it's kind of hard to see the piece underneath it. So I'm going to change my view to my visual style to wireframe. Now let's see what we got. So that's my piece there. Oh, I think we're good. Can't see through my image, can I? It'd be nice if I could do that. I guess I could look under the bottom. I really want it to be maybe a little bit bigger. You just gotta play around with it. You want to get it like you want it. That might be good. Let's go back to this top view. I know. There we go. I'm just gonna make sure that I really got it where I want it. I think we're good here. You want to make sure that your blade is all the way inside your piece, because if your blade falls outside your piece, that's not a good thing. Okay, so I'm going to finish my sketch, and then I'm going to start a new sketch using that same plane. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace around my blade. And to do that, I'm going to use no, that's not what I want. I want to use the spline control vertex option. And I'm just going to start over here and just kind of lay this bad boy out. Trace around it. No rush on it. We got all day. I'm a song warrior there. Alright, so here, this part's going to be cut out anyway, so I'm just going to kind of round this bad boy off. So that's pretty good, actually. I kind of like what we got. So that's good. I'm going to finish my sketch. What I want to do is extrude it. I'm going to use the third option down, which is going to be intersect. I'm gonna go symmetric so it extrudes it out in both directions. Distance can be all, just to make sure we get it all, and then hit OK. All right, so then we've got our blade. I'm gonna go back to view and set the visual style back to maybe realistic. I'm gonna turn off some planes here. This image I'm gonna, can I get rid of? Yeah, visibility. There we go. So there's our blade. What else do I have? I have this, yeah, this sketch. What is this? Sometimes you're not sure where something is. If you highlight it, I'm kind of roll my mouse over it, right, till it highlights, and then right click and go find in browser. And that didn't really help me out, did it? Still don't know where that is. Find in browser. It's the sketch right here. There it is. Turn it off. There we go. And then we got this Z-axis. Turn that off. Anyway, there's our blade right there. Nice and good looking. I'm going to look for some kind of material or color to slap on it. I don't know, light red. Perfect. All right, so that is our blade right there. What you want to do now is save it so you know, if it crashes or something, you don't lose all that you've done. Blade, red, save it. And then probably what you want to do is, depending on what size your rotor post is, you're going to want to probably, one more step is to turn on the visibility. You're going to sketch on top of this plane here. Over here I can create a circle somewhere. I don't know, just throw it over here. I'm not sure what dimension that should be. Maybe 6. And then we can move it over. Sometimes you grab the center of it. It's not wanting to cooperate with me. There, grab the center dot and drag it down. And just kind of make sure that we get that in our circle. I'm going to finish my sketch. I'm going to extrude, cut that bad boy out. Both directions. 10 is good, hit OK. So that piece is going to go around our rotor post. Right, so now we're done. I'm going to turn the visibility off. I'm going to save this thing. And there is our post. All right. I think we did a good job. What do you think? Peace.